And welcome to Gold Spot Overtime. I'm Eric Sapanic. I'm going to be bringing you some information today that's not about gold bullion or silver bullion, but it's going to be talking about the part of the marketplace that did the best for the company's clients this year, which is the rare coin side of things. It just comes down to one thing: collectibles across the board, whether it be cars, whether it be artwork, whether it be coins, even baseball cards, have shown the record of appreciating value, and it all happened in 2022. And a few years also building up to that, we've seen some huge numbers. Because, for instance, what we'd like to talk about, PCGS's report that came out at the beginning of the year here, encompassing 20 of the highest sales that came out, some of the market, especially the auction houses, is what we're talking about today. Let's start off with what our king coin, which wasn't this year, was the year before, but that is the MS65 St. Gaudens, which was the 1933. This particular coin was one of those that was never supposed to be sold. It actually found itself being stolen from the mint at one point in time, and the ones that are actually legal to own nowadays have shown some of the biggest numbers in return. We actually saw that auction off through, brought in $18.87 million. So that's the top dog coin of all time at this point in time. Before that was an actual dollar that sold for about 10 million. Those coins were just significantly large sales. This year, however, we saw some huge sales as well. An 1821 capped bust dollar sold for $4.62 million. We also saw a 1927 D Saint sell for $4.4 million. That was an MS66 condition. These are the types of numbers that happen with the absolute top of the market. However, you don't have to buy something in the millions in order to get involved in coins that have huge potential. We're bringing in coins every single month so that you guys can take a look at them and think about, maybe this is something that I should add to my portfolio. It's a much different type of investment, but mind you, what's the difference between collectors and investors? Really nothing. Everyone that gets involved in coins are really investors and collectors. It's one and the same. It really is. So before you tell yourself this isn't for me, you really should look at some of the opportunities that are out there, because this is where the real money has been made in the marketplace. Okay, so let's start off today with one of the rarest pieces that we could show you, because this is going to be something that there's only two of them that exist in the world today. That's the 1896 Barber quarter. This particular coin, first of all, had a really low mintage. It was like 762 coins originally minted. So just such a small population for original mintage. Normally you never even see a coin that has less than 762 in existence, never mind original mintage. But this particular coin is in proof star 69 condition, which is just absolutely almost flawless. It is just a hair away from being flawless. One of the coins that is offered today at $45,000, where can this thing go in the future price-wise? When you have one of two in the world, time can only tell. But I will tell you this, the outlook for the future is very, very bullish. Coins like this are the types of coins I've seen through my career of 20 years, jumping from 45,000 to 100,000 to 200,000. Those types of jumps can happen in these types of markets and these types of coins. So something to take a look at. Okay, next we're going to take a look at one of our seeded dollars. This particular gem right here is an MS65 1860 seeded dollar. There's only one in the world graded higher than this one. This particular piece is so beautifully toned white. This is so bright white that it almost looks proof-like. I've never seen a 65 seeded dollar that in this particular condition with this amount of just absolute luster to it. It's a beautiful coin. But more importantly than that is the price tag that we're able to offer this particular coin at. NGC Guide has that coin right now at $65,000 for price guide. We're able to actually broker that today for $55,000, $10,000 under recognized price guide. And with that type of buy, I just can't imagine anyone not hitting a home run if they're willing to hold on to this for 5 to 10 years. One of the things that I think you should consider if you're taking a look at long-term investments. Next, I want to talk about my personal favorite coin, and it just always has been. It's the Draped bust dollar. This one is the year 1799. I actually own personally one of these particular coins of 1799. This grade here is MS63. MS63, to kind of give you an idea, very rare coin. This particular coin is going to be a mintage of about, or an NGC population of about 22, 24 graded higher. That coin is issued at around $58,500. It is a very popular coin amongst collectors and investors, and it is one of the coins that I think for anyone that has a good amount of money in a portfolio could definitely put this into that portfolio. Also, this particular coin, when you see all that beautiful toning around it, that's the oxidation of the silver, and what we call that toning. That's something that investors look for, especially to know that the coin's never been cleaned or polished or anything of that nature. Shows that it's a very authentic coin, and this one has almost like a rainbow iridescent as you continue to kind of twist it around and look at it. So something that I think everyone might be lucky enough to put into their portfolio. All of these coins, minimum hold time 5 to 10 years. If you have the long term in mind and you have the money to park, I just can't think of a better place to park it right now than into something that can't be reproduced, cannot be recreated, and can't be, unlike the car market, it can't be restored. It has to be perfect from the get-go, or it's not deemed worthy of collecting or investing. Thank you for joining us here at the Gold Spot Overtime. These are some beautiful coins. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to show them to you. Something that everyone might want to consider if they have the means to be a part of this marketplace. I got started in these types of coins 20 years ago, and I've never looked back since, and I've seen fantastic results because of them. So something that I hope everyone at least considers.